Different day, new league. We're on to play. No better way to start the day, right? This hand's a little weird. So like it has a Once Upon a Time, which probably gets a land, and then we can make a lot of mana and make use of the second Once Upon a Time. The main issue with it though is if we mainly want to use Once Upon a Time to get Gaia's Cradle, which I guess we could use a second one for because we have the Shepherd. I think this hand is worth keeping. I'm gonna keep it. This hand's weird though. I think this is more on the edge than it looks. But typically when I'm on the edge with a deck like this, I try and keep because it's a mass combination deck. Like you need a lot of cards to get Elves to function. I'm definitely just taking the forest here. I'm playing Nettle first because it's the beater. Get in there pretty easily. Misty Rainforest Pass. I can't say that that's an ideal draw by any means. But here we are. I'm just gonna swing in first. So I can kind of play out my hand here, but I'm not sure that that's really correct. I think to an extent it is. I wonder what they were thinking about there. Do I want to expose my Shepherd? I think the answer is yes. I'm just gonna play out my whole hand here, to be honest. I don't see a real reason not to. This way if we draw a Gaia's Cradle, we win the game immediately. Like a reason not to is we don't want the Shepherd to die. We try and protect it at all costs, but I think that I'm better off flooding the board in that instance though. Like this way if I draw a Gaia's Cradle, they're just dead, which is very appealing. Not really sure what they're playing. There's a lot of like draw go, nothing really happening. That's interesting. It's actually a really interesting draw. I think I play the Sentinel before doing anything else. Maybe? Yeah. Let's play Sentinel first. And now, maybe I tap these. So if I tap these and then hit a Gaia's Cradle, I win the game. Whereas if I use the Heritage Druid, I don't run out of mana, but I can't actually kill them. So I'm just gonna try to allow this Once Upon a Time to actually win us the game here. It's not gonna win this game. I think I want Ranger. Yeah. Alright, we're not... I don't think we can win the game this turn. One, two, three, four, five. I'm just barely off. That's unfortunate. Right? Yeah. If this was a elf, we win. That's unfortunate. It's really close. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. They had that the whole time? That's really weird to me. Can I still kill them? So they're playing this bug mid-range deck, which I'm glad they're not on some like random combo deck. Okay, they just scoop. The way I kill them, even though I don't have a green spell in hand, is end of turn I Green Ranger and untap a Nettle, and then I untap play Forest, untap the other Nettle, and that's 8 damage. That was also just gonna be the win. So they're playing some mid-range deck. It's bug related, so it has Plague Engineer, so we have to bring in the removal for Plague Engineer. The trophies to decay. Progenitus is good against them, they can't handle it. I want to test out keeping in all 3 natural orders, but I'm still taking out the Behemoth for the Progenitus, and instead I'm going to shave one of each of these pieces, and I think I'm going to shave 2 Heritage. Well, I really don't want to shave 2 Heritage Druid. I kind of want to just shave it Once Upon a Time. The card's just like kind of mopey in late game scenarios. Because like they're killing all your stuff, so you don't really have a ton of mana. So if you draw at 9 your opening hand, it kind of sucks. And this is a matchup where you don't absolutely need Gaia's Cradle. You don't need it to like race or anything like that. This hand's not very good. It only has 1 land in it. If it was a 2-lander, I would keep. But this hand's not great, but I'm gonna keep it still. I'm gonna put away this Forest. I really don't want to go to 5. This hand saving grace is this Elvish Visionary, so hopefully it does some wonders. That was a really good draw, actually. So here's a debate of, do I grab a Dryad Arbor here, or do I just go and play something out? I'm gonna go and play something out. If my Dryad Arbor dies on turn 1, then I'm just super far behind for a really long time. I'm gonna cast this Birch Lures. If they want to use a removal spell on a Birch Lures, that's fine. Drawing Dryad Arbor is not, like, the best thing in the world. Alright, it's Visionary. If they have a force, I think they should force this, to be honest. We'll see. If they have drawn to lock, I'm going to feel pretty bad. I don't want to F4. Oh, they do? Oh, okay, it's abrupt decay, that's fine. We really need to stop drawing lands, though. Rainstorm. Alright, so they're digging for lands. That's kind of what that means. Well, they found a land, but they didn't get to shuffle away, but they did draw an Astrolabe. Let's see what this draws us before I do anything else. It's not bad. I don't think I can win off of that. No. Hopefully I don't get Dead of Wintered here. I want to play at the Dryad Arbor instead of holding up Fetch Land because I might, for some reason, have to get a second Black Source later in the game. Didn't shuffle, there's a forest. Alright, no Plague Engineer, it's really good. Probably means they have a counterspell though. And I don't really have a long way of keeping the game alive. I could go for it, but I don't think I'm actually incentivized to do that. Because they clearly don't have Plague Engineer or anything like that. They probably just have hand of counterspells. So I'm gonna play the Ranger before combat though. I really don't want my Dryad Arbor to die. Okay. That makes it far more tempting to go for the combo, to be honest. I don't think that was their intention, but now it's very tempting to just go for it. Because they can't hard cast Force of Negation now. But like I said, they don't have a Plague Engineer because they would have played it, so the incentive to actually go for it is not super high. I think this is the best spot too, though. Let's see what they do here. Do they have another removal spell? This pause is really weird. Did they just have like a handful of removal? This pause is really weird. Makes me feel like they have like Swords of Plowshares or something in their hand. Which is more impossible. I think I'm gonna fetch a Dryad Arbor and sack it to natural order. And go get a Crater Hoof. I think I'm gonna go for the Crater Hoof play. Abrupt Decay does stop me from killing them. 3, 6, 12. It actually does. So maybe I'm supposed to still go for Progenitus, but they could be playing the Miracles build. Typically they don't play Abrupt Decay, but you can play whatever you want in these snow decks. Oh, they disconnected. I'm just gonna go for it. Like we talked about before. You've been killing it with Gakvine and Vintage. Nice. That's awesome. The deck's pretty good, so not too surprised. Alright, they did have the Force of Will. Did kind of expect it. What'd they pitch? Another Force. That's unfortunate. You like it better than Grudge because it actually has mana. Yeah, it turns out mana is pretty good in this game that, like, you know, wants you to tap lands to do things. Hopefully they didn't brainstorm in anything too bad for us. They are gonna get a shuffle off though. He's gotta figure out a sideboard with it. I'm not sure if anybody's written anything on that. Oh god. There's only one land left in my deck. I guess. Gross. Oh, they brainstormed and they just never fetched. That's actually pretty disgusting. Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody's written on that deck. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure who would. I guess another question. I guess I shouldn't have played this. Didn't really think about it. Well, that thing's gotta die. You get Bazaar out and you kill all their lands with Wasteland and Strip Mine. I mean, math checks out. Bazaar is kind of broken, so that's step one. It's like step one Bazaar, step two question mark, question mark, question mark, step three profit. Oh my god, another one? Get out of here, dude. They have 2 Containment Priests. That's a lot. Two's a lot for that deck. Alright, there's one more lane in my deck, so I'm gonna fetch it out. I'm not gonna cast that. I'm just gonna chill out. You never really use them, so you might trade them out for something else. It's like just for PO, right? Where you use them all the time. Yeah, it's like awkward to use, right? I'm just gonna keep draw going. Maybe I shouldn't have kept draw going. I have one more trophy and that's it. It's like now I'm under pressure, it's awkward. There's nothing I can really green sun for either. Stupid Plague Engineer. They have 2 Containment Priests in their deck and they have all the Plague Engineers. Like, Plague Engineer makes sense, and I expect it, but not. Alright, well, we're just dead now. Well... We have a chance. If I can get this Progenitus down. See what they do here. Just let resolve. Cool. I guess I'll do this. Going for it. And no better time than the present. Oh man. They have the 3rd Force of Will. That's what it looks like at least. Unless they're brainstorming. Nah, they have the 3rd one. It's unfortunate. Alright, well we're just dead. I can double block, but it doesn't really matter. I guess nothing really matters here. Yeah, I guess I may as well scoop. You get crushed by 4 negates and 2 disputes instant. God bless. That's annoying and obnoxious. I assume you're playing Soul Tide Pile, right? Or are you playing something else? It might be a bad assumption by me. Sultai, I figured, is kind of best deck. I can get behind this. It doesn't do too much early, but it's a pretty good setup. I don't want to play Arbor first. I want to start getting stuff down. I'm just gonna play the Symbiote first. That's what they're gonna save a removal spell for anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get it down. I saw some stuff for Ugin and Sharks and Casualties of War. I literally know nothing about Standard, but I don't care to look. I just see on Twitter everybody playing Sultai, so I just assumed. Ari Lax wrote a really good article. My knowledge base comes from Ari Lax, the article he wrote on Star City. Almost everything is banned, yeah. They banned everything until everybody was playing fair decks. Though I'm not sure how fair Uranus is. I think Ugin's really interesting because everybody's playing these main deck Aether Gust, so it's colorless, which is really nice. Which is very relevant. They chose to not shuffle. More than relevant. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing bigger than it, right? Like, literally, there's nothing bigger. Yeah, I think Ugin makes a lot of sense. I assume it's like a 1-of or something. Like, I was just thinking of it more silently. Shark Typhoon's also very good too. I guess the format's completely dominated by Sultai, right? It's probably like 60% Sultai. So yeah, you just want to prepare for the mirror. Like, that makes sense. It's not very good in the Casualties of War, but it is what it is. At least 60, yeah. They chose not to shuffle with Ponder. There goes my natural order. It's a goner. I'm gonna hold the Heritage Root in my hand in case I draw a Glimpse, but I am gonna cast a Nettle. You know what? I mean, at least our Dead of Winter won't do too much. I can bounce both Ranger and Arbor to my hand. Plague Engineer wouldn't do much here either, because I could just kill it. I guess they could just use it to get Symbiote off the board, but then I don't actually care about it, so that I don't have to kill it. Which I think is an interesting debate for our opponent. Can I add more? They mentioned that you're wanting me to add Popper. Guessing you don't play that? Yeah, that's why it's not there. You're correct. So I don't play them. But I can do that. It shouldn't take me that long to do. I assume they're gonna take the trophy here, but I think it's fine. Yeah, and since you play literally every format, you can't like replace one with another. Popper best format. Let's see where this goes. I did not mean to do that at all. But now you play that too. The true degenerate life. I really didn't mean to do that. I meant to cast a Glimpse and then cast a Druid and try and combo that way. I mean, hopefully I don't get punished for it, but that was awkward. Yeah, it's just a matter of... I should only have to copy the column. But I'm not really sure, to be honest. I kind of want to bounce here. I'm gonna bounce. I want to cast this Glimpse. I assume this Glimpse is gonna get uber countered. I'm just gonna cast it anyways. Yeah, he came in here and told me. I'm glad that it's working. I'm glad it's helping you all. I'm gonna be honest. Ever since I gave it to you all, I haven't messed with it myself. I need to go through and update it. They let that resolve? What? My opponent just blew my mind. Oh, for sure. This is interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Can we combo off? It's actually a really good question. It is more impossible, but we have to draw some gas here. That counts. I assume this Drew is gonna die though. At this point we have enough creatures in play that the Cradle is gonna do enough. Your mind's a ton of planes, but upweight. Yeah, I noticed that trend too. I was down like 1,200 play points, but I was up a lot of tickets. I think it's because you tend to earn a lot more chess than you do play points. And like I open chess when I need play points because it's positive EV. Um, so that was actually helping a lot. Right. Like I noticed the same pattern too, and it shocked me. I'm not gonna complain, obviously. Yeah, I think Yuzen was in here when I was on like my main moto screen or whatever, and saw how many tickets I had, and it's literally all from like April, and yeah, I'm down thousands of play points. That Shepherd's big money now. Yeah, I'm definitely renting these things. They're very expensive. They're like 100 tickets. To be honest, I was about to cancel my ManaTraders sub um, before they started the series, and I just still have it because of the series. We will eventually draw the kill. The Goblin tanked a ton. Yeah, I think people realized that it wasn't like super playable. I mean, if Historic was a format in Moto, it would go up a lot, right? I can probably get free if I get sponsored. I don't have enough viewers for them to sponsor me. I appreciate that you think I can get that though. I think if... Okay, they scooped. I mean, I was eventually gonna just go ahead and cast this. I was waiting to draw a second Shepherd before I cast the Hoof. But they were done. Alright, we're 1-0, but we're on a draw this time. But this hand's really good, so I'm gonna keep it. So do I own all my cards? No, I don't own... What do I not own? Like Shepherds, Okos. I don't have a set of Ren and 6. I don't have a set of Force of Negation. There are a couple things I don't own all of. Teferis, the 3-mana one, I don't own all those. Oh, I'm definitely taking this Cradle. That's not a question. If there's a Heritage Druid there, I think I would have taken it over Cradle, honestly. Just because we have double Sentinel. Am I about to get stifled? Okay. Think they're back up? Yeah, they're like in the 30s. Like what I could do is I could drop my subscription down to the $10 one and just buy everything because I have the tickets to do that. And then yeah, move from there. But I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Inkmoth Nexus. I didn't expect to see that one. Drawing Once Upon a Time does not feel very good. Hopefully I don't die next turn, because I can't actually kill them this turn. There's no chance of doing that. I'm gonna play Cradle Visionary though. I guess they could have Wasteland, but if they're spending their turn Wastelanding, hopefully I'm not dying. Got your 4 when they drop because they were gonna announce a ban list. They're up like 30. Dude, they're expensive, right? They're about to break 100, right? They're like 80s. Man, I said the Wasteland out loud and I didn't play around it, and then they had it. Because I have a giant brain. Listen to what I say, not what I do. I'm gonna end a turn once upon a time. Never seen that one. It looks really cool. I don't know what is. I guess it's from that series they did with like the bolts and stuff. I think, or not the bolts, the Serum Visions. I think. It does actually look really cool though. Some of the promos on Moto look really cool. You got the needle from that set. The needles look really good. I also wonder if we're just dead here. Doesn't take much. Double invigorate and we die. Alright, hopefully this once upon a time hits something good. Really looking for a Heritage Druid here. I guess I'll take the Shepherd. Really need to draw a Heritage Druid. Or if I just, didn't let my Gaia's Cradle get wastelanded. I assume they're gonna force this. Yeah. So I kind of wanted them to, so it works out. Just hopefully we don't die next turn. It's my main fear right now. We're dead to a lot of stuff. Don't kill me. Don't do it. Don't do it. What is this? Is this all flying? That's unfortunate. I misplayed though. I literally talked about Wasteland out loud, and it's a 1-of in their deck, and they happen to have it there. Oh, unfortunate. But it is what it is. Sometimes you misplay, and you don't play around a 1-of, and then they have it, and then you die. That is how the Legacy boat goes. In this matchup, I don't know if it's a Thoughtseize matchup or not. I know I want the removal. I don't know about Thoughtseize though. I want to shave like the late game stuff. I think it is a Thoughtseize matchup. I'm gonna bring them in. I think the Thoughtseize are good here. I'm like honestly not 100% sure, but I think they are. Maybe I only bring in 3. I'm gonna hedge and only bring 3. I'm just shaving on combo. Elves Visionary is kind of slow in this matchup. So is Once Upon a Time if you draw it. Like you saw there, like I drew a second Once Upon a Time and it kind of killed me. It's not the real reason I died, but like it really sucked. I had to take a whole turn off to cast it. And then shaving like one of each of the mana combos, my norm. Maybe at some point I should have stopped and gotten a Dryad Arbor. It would have let me play things out easier. Like, they can't really kill Dryad Arbor, which still doesn't make this hand keepable though. It doesn't do enough. If it had second land in it, would be really good. This hand sucks. Doesn't do anything. Too many lands plus the Crater Hoof. Alright, this is the best hand we've drawn. There also... They kept their 6. Alright, I'm gonna ditch a natural order and... probably the Thoughtseize? Or it could be the basic forest, because I can actually operate on one land with this hand because of the Ranger. Yeah, let's do that. This way, if we draw a bunch of elves, it still works out. If we draw a bunch of lands, it's still fine too. Noble, Spell Pierce, Brainstorm, and 2 lands. I'm just gonna take the Brainstorm. The hand doesn't do anything. Granted, ours doesn't either, but that's besides the point. Just gonna go and do this now. The Vines or the Pierce? I think it's the Pierce. I want to be able to glimpse next turn. That was a pretty good draw. I mean, the way's open. That was a really good draw. That was a really, really good draw. I thought we were gonna die next turn. Which is more than possible. They fetch in their upkeep. I respect it. Did they really top deck the kill? Alright. That's unfortunate. They top decked the perfects. I mean, we were drawing well too, but they drew in the Blight Agent right into Invigorate. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Alright. Hopefully last round doesn't happen again. But we're on to play this time, which is nice. And this hand is gas. Straight fire. I am definitely going to go ahead and Green Sun for a Dryad Arbor. There's a list. Oh yeah, I need to look at that. I'm probably not going to have much to say about it though, because I don't know the format, but... If it's all mid-range mirrors, I should probably start playing it though, because I love myself some mid-range mirrors in Standard. Which if it's all Sultai mirrors, but they're like so snowbally. But granted, both decks just snowball against each other. We're playing against the Hogak deck. I'm gonna play Visionary. We just need to draw something big here. That actually counts. I can Green Sun for a Heritage Druid, play Nettle, and then do some stuff. Look at your collection, finding all the random cards and turn them into ticks. Yeah, I'm really bad about that too. Honestly, I'm not very good at keeping him. Figure screw, you got that time. Yeah, you gotta go through and do it every once in a while. I typically just like sort by like quantity 5 or whatever. Dude, I'm lazy about selling like the sets I open from chests. I like kind of watch the pricing and then like I always think it's gonna go back up and it rarely does or whatever. It's a little awkward. Keep all the stuff you draft too and hope it goes up. A lot of stuff goes up over time. Like honestly, like I have a set of war I'm sitting on and I'm probably just gonna sit on it. I guess I could just open it and use it in the meantime. No reason for me to have it unopened, but I don't see a reason to ditch it. Because like almost every single card that's valuable in that thing is from is valuable because of modern. Teferi, Karn, Dreadhorde Arcanist and Legacy, Blast Zone in general. Oh no, it's not good. This is gonna break up my hand really well. They name Heritage Druid. They might name Nettle here. My hand's really weak to them naming Nettle. They might name Natural Order though. Afraid of us drawing a land. If we draw a Cradle, it's an insta win. I wonder what they're gonna name. It's actually kind of interesting. I'm not sure what hurts the most. Naming Nettle would suck. Yeah. But now with Green Sun, I can go get a. There's nothing that wins me the game still. Oh, they have a Hogak in their hand. Alright, that makes winning a lot more difficult. I mean, we drew a land. So I am able to natural order. The issue is I only have 2 attacking creatures. It's only 12. I can Green Sun for Druid, play the Druid, then tap 3/4 mana, but then I have nothing untapped. But if I do that one too, no. That could ball therapy with Brutal. I guess I can Green Sun and try and play a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a long game. This thing has stupid trample though. I could grab a Wirewood Symbiote and hope to just rip a Cradle off the top, which I think would actually win me the game. No, even then it doesn't. Oh, this sucks. I think I'm best off going Wirewood. And then trying to draw into some extra stuff. The issue is this natural order is probably going to get taken. But at least this way next turn I can win. I can't win that turn. I don't have a line. scared. By a little, I mean a lot. All they have to do is hit like one Cabal Therapy and I'm just dead. I mean, they didn't hit. They might have nothing in their hand. They're tapping mana, it's not good. That's never good. Oh, they had it in their hand? Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. That sucks. Bazo, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well today, buddy. We're about to get ranched this game. Cabal Therapy, not our friend. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I just take this. Does it change the math if I block? Because they're gonna flash this back. I'm just gonna take it. Oh, I could have gotten rid of their bridges though. Maybe that would have been worth it. I don't think I can win if I do that though. Like, I'll just die to this Hogak. Like, I think I just have to draw another natural order off the top. Yeah, I guess I should have I should have blocked and chumped. I don't think I'm winning the game that way though. No, I think this is correct. I think this gives me the best shot at winning, to be honest. Cause I deal 28. Oh, never mind. They naturally drew a second Hogak. This can make zombies too, right? Alright, I can't beat that. 14. 20, 28. Oh yeah, I'm just dead now. Well, what's an out? If I draw a Heritage Druid and then, man, I don't even think that does it. I think I'm just dead. Ugh. Cabal Therapy is an annoying magic card. Maybe? Oh wait, I should use my Cradle first. It If we drew the cradle a little sooner, we would have been fine. Like the previous turn, I think we would have been. If we drew the cradle the previous turn, we would have won. That was rough. Command therapy hurts. Them knowing to name Nettle is also a props to them. Like that's not super obvious. But luckily we have ley lines and surgical. I don't think Progenitus is good against them. I don't think so. I guess it guaranteed wins in 2 turns, but that's still like... Nah, I don't think it's good against them. I think I just do this, shave a little. I think a Once Upon a Time thing again. I don't think they play Force of Will, right? I really don't know what's in the deck. To be completely honest. Which I probably should. I just haven't played against it. They do not play Force of Will. Okay, well then Shepherd's way worse than these, right? I still think I keep 1 in. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep 1 in. It's not your list, so I don't know if fair. Goldfish says they don't. I'm trusting Goldfish. I'm just gonna mulligan the ley line anyways. Yeah, they do run more blue, but it's not enough. I want to keep it because it has ley line in it, but I think it's a trap. So I'm gonna mulligan. Well, if all it takes is me drawing 1 blue source, 1 green source, and I win the game, though. Whatever. I think ley line is the only way we win the matchup. I'm YOLOing it. It's not like they can really beat us without getting rid of ley line, which requires them having Assassin Trophy, basically. Oh, well, we just drew to land anyways. Easy clap. I'm gonna cast this guy. That's probably the wrong thing to cast, actually. It's okay to cast that. I guess a Heritage Druid would have been better to cast. What's up, Jeffrey? How's it going, buddy? Discarded Bridge Altar. Nice. Let's go. 2 classes down, 1 to go. You had 3 classes today. That's kind of gross. Wait, how many credits do you have? Do you have 15? Or you have more than that, right? $15, maybe 16. I feel that. Yeah, so it's 5 classes. Yeah, I don't know why I played Symbiote. I should have played something else. It's not really that big of a deal. Can I combo this turn? Rangers have 2, Druid. I have 1, 2. Go against Sentinel. 1, 0. Untap bounce. 1 cast. No. Can't get there. Because I shouldn't have played this on turn 1. It's okay though. We'll be okay. I think this is all I'm gonna play though. Because I do plan on having a glimpse turn next turn. Yeah, mine start tomorrow. I found out I get to create my own TA schedule, so I have to decide what to do with that. I found that out today. Also, our hours got cut in half, but it is what it is. How much are you working? 10 hours a week max. I guess I grab a Sentinel. Or Ranger. Ranger would actually, I think Ranger's better. I guess I should have grabbed Shepherd to completely lock up the win in case they do have Force in their deck, but I just don't think they do. Okay. You're working 10 hours a day, you'll trade. I feel, you know, that's like, yeah. You're like doing super overtime with your construction stuff. TAing is just one of the small things. It is now the small thing I do. It used to be like it is still my favorite thing, but running other businesses is definitely my thing. Ends this or next week, thank God. That's awesome. You're getting a new car and money and savings out of it, so worth. That's awesome. That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna change anything. Yeah, it's definitely worth at the end, right? You actually get to like treat yourself. What are you gonna get? Do you know? They mold a 6. I'm just gonna keep this because I had Leyline. BMW. Like, there's a lot of variation in that statement, but I dig it. I like BMW a lot more than Mercedes. So if you were to choose between those two. Buying it with cash, ballin'. That's some baller statement. When you're negotiating, be careful how early you... Wait, did I not play my Dried Arbor? Be careful how early you mention that, because they can, like, get you pretty good. It kind of sucks about the hour reductions. Yeah, it does, but it's gonna make things a lot more manageable. Like, it means I'm gonna keep doing this for sure, which I enjoy doing this, so it works out. High key, you need it. Man, I love that job though. That's like playtime for me. It's like playtime that I get paid for. Clipping that gave me fire. Hey, I do good work. I do good work and have fun doing it. That's like... That's the end goal. At least my students tell me I do good work. Is that actually true? It's hard for me to tell, but... About the AFK, so don't need you. Good luck. I appreciate it, buddy. I can kinda go off here. I can't go like super deep. Like, I don't really want to cast another glimpse here. Well, I wish I didn't play my land for turn. But it's okay. I'm just gonna pass this actually. And next turn I'll Crater Hoof them. Yes, you can deal me 2 points of damage. Oh, I didn't realize they only have one card in hand. They're just uber dead. I don't think I can actually cast the Crater Hoof yet, so I'm just gonna do this. Draw an elf here. That's probably the best elf I could possibly draw. Alright. I would be done too. Especially, I could even like cast the ley line. But, easy dub. I wouldn't say easy. That game one was rough, but ley line OP. And that's why there's 4 of them in a sideboard. Alright, we're gonna draw again. This hand is very weird. I can activate the Shepherd on turn 3 for the kill. I don't do much before that. They mulled a 6. I'm gonna keep it. It doesn't do anything super busted, but it makes lots and lots of 5/5s on turn 3. So I guess that's something. The path to turn 3 win is there, so typically a keep. Winning on turn 2 is very hard with the deck. Also, we could do it through counter spells, but not through removal. If they have a removal spell, everything falls apart. see. Alright, they kept their 6. See what they're playing. Hard to tell. Obviously, they haven't played anything, so. Verdant Catacombs. Are they depthing? Underground Sea? Once upon a time. Are we playing against Hogak again? I haven't played against Hogak at all in the past like 50 matches. And I'm about to play it twice in a row? Interesting. They discarded Bloodghast Vengevine. That's actually a really good draw. I think... Yeah, I'm gonna play that here. Alright, hopefully our turn 3 is enough. I'm literally just gonna play out my whole hand next turn and then hope that that's enough. So they're gonna bring back a lot of creatures this turn. Well, there's a Cabal Therapy. Hopefully that doesn't become good for them. It's possible, maybe. Well, they can just sack it right now for free. Get rid of the Bloodghast and then it will come back. They named Glimpse of Nature. That's actually a pretty good name. It looks like we would be setting up for that. Let's see what their mill is. Their mill is a brick. It's really important. They can cast Hogak if they have it in their hand though. They only have 2 cards left, so. Alright, they don't have it. Drawing a land sucks there. Now the question though is, can I leave it so that I have the mana to make 5/5s on their turn? That way their combat step's useless. Like, that's the goal. That would require me more than likely to not tap the Cradle. Which I think is possible. If I go Ranger, Druid, right? Tap, and then I cast this Ranger, I untap Arbor, and then I Shepherd. And then this taps for 5. But then all my Elves are tapped, right? So there's no point. Or I just play out all my stuff, I pass, and then I can make 3. If I had one more elf, this would be really easy. Because then I only make 1/5/5, not a bunch of 5/5s. Or what if I preemptively Ranger? If I Ranger Birchlore, untap Arbor, cast Druid. Or that actually works. If I cast these, untap this. Or no, I cast these 3 and leave these 3 plus Cradle up. But then I can't threaten lethal next turn because then I don't have an unsummoning sick version of that. Huh. This is tricky. I feel like no matter what I'm playing Ranger and the Shepherd. Three, 4. Yeah, I guess that is the best way to do it. Makes my survivability rate really high if I do it this way. Okay. I guess that's what matters. Like, I can't kill them, but odds are they're gonna make enough walkers that I can't kill them anyways. Careful study. Well, at least I don't have to worry about getting altered to death. Unless they have the 4th one in their hand right now. Which I guess would be unfortunate. It's possible. It would be unfortunate. Though, like, Hogak is worst case scenario for us, right? Like, if they mill it here in the top 3. There he is. Oh. They had the 4th one in their hand. I'm just dead. They're gonna mill me out with Hogak. Oh, we were not winning that game. We were drawing way too many lands. That was unfortunate. I think if they didn't have the altar, I think we still probably win that game. Well, I don't know about that. Like, the Hogak deals damage, but like, I think eventually we draw out of it. Well, we clearly, we weren't drawing out of it based on what we looked at the top. But we had more of a chance of just dying that turn. Game 1's a crapshoot anyways. It's all about the ley lines and the surgical. And I'm going to sideboard the same way. Shave Visionaries, a Once Upon a Time. I want to shave Shepherds. Yeah. Same reason as last time. This doesn't actually do anything. You're gonna try some Pop or Tron. Dude, I know literally nothing about Popper, so I guess have fun. I don't know. Was it a deck even? Isn't that like a 5-color deck because you have like Prophetic Prism and stuff? You doubt it'll be fun. Touché. Wait, is this a turn? I don't think it's a turn 2 win. I think it's a turn 3 win. Is that fast enough compared to just mulliganing for Leyline? Turn 1 I grab an Arbor, play Cradle, go Ranger Druid, it's 3, 4. I can go get Crater Hoof, but it doesn't really do that much. Unless I draw an Elf off the top. Or maybe I don't Green Sun for Arbor. What happens then? I play Ranger. Play Druid, play Cradle. 2, 1, 0. Go get, I guess, Nettle. And then tap for 3. That doesn't win the game. It has the path to just like win on turn 2 actually. If I just draw an Elf, that's all I have to draw and I win. I like feel pretty good in that scenario. I mean, if I draw a land it sucks, but almost all of the deck is Elves, so mostly feel good. Man, Once Upon a Time sucks. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, it didn't even hit an Elf. We win next turn if we get it next turn. Though, I'm not sure that we had to kill that turn, even if we hit an Elf. We just needed to hit one to, like, be in a decent shape. Like, if I drew a Nettle, I still don't win that turn. If I drew Ranger? On the second Ranger? No, I still don't win. I was just in a bad spot. Well, they're not killing us this turn, but they're probably going to take the natural order out of my hand. Oh god. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. They didn't mill over any bridge from blows, so they can't actually cast Hogak. They're probably gonna Cabal Therapy though, but I have no clue what they'll name. I mean, they'll probably guess we have Natural Order. I think end step I'm gonna bounce the Heritage Root to my hand in case I draw a Glimpse. Yeah. People have gotten really good at naming cards with Cabal Therapy. It's quite unfortunate. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bounce a Heritage Root to my hand here. Oh, I definitely clicked the yield thing. It didn't matter, we didn't hit it anyways, but this sucks. This is unfortunate. My roommate came back and I didn't realize until I heard the shower turn on. I'm about to get Hogak to death is what's gonna happen here. Just gonna yield until the next end step. I don't know why it's not letting that happen, but they still haven't milled over a bridge. So they're in Hogak land. I can top deck a Green Sun, a Natural Order. I can top deck the Crater Hoof. I'm gonna put this in my hand in case I draw a glimpse. We had to draw it that turn, and we got there. Woohoo! Crater Hoof. Crater Hoof does whatever a Crater Hoof does. I was gonna deal 40 damage that turn. They block 12 of it. They still die. And I'm just gonna leave it. I still want the one Shepherd. It's good to draw while comboing off, and we can Green Sun for it and Brick Wall, which is relevant enough. This hand would be good in like any other matchup, any fair matchup, but not here. Same thing applies. I really want a Leyline. His hand does not have Leyline in it. When does it win the game is a question though. So put back Zenith Wirewood. Play Arbor Pass. Or no, I can't put back Wirewood. I would have to put back the Sentinel. Arbor Pass, untap. If I draw a land, I could go Glimpse, Wirewood. Tap to Heritage. I still don't get there by any means. I don't like win the game, is what it comes down to. So I think I just mulligan again and try and hit a Leyline. There's a Leyline. This hand's actually really strong. Definitely keeping Forest. We have to keep these three. Therefore the Glimpse isn't great. I would say the Sentinel's not good, and then maybe I put back the Cradle, actually. Because if turn 1 I Green Sun for an Arbor, and then I can go Glimpse Ranger? I guess no matter what, the Sentinel's going back. Or no, I can't keep. I can only keep 4. Maybe I don't care about Cradle. Cradle's really good, but probably I don't think it's good with his hand. Yeah, I don't think the Cradle's good. So it's either Glimpse or the Ranger. Green Sun, Forest Glimpse. So you think I put back the Ranger? Ranger is so much mana though. It turns my hand from a 2 mana hand to a 4 mana hand, which is actually really relevant. But I don't know how relevant is what it comes down to. I think it's the Glimpse, actually. I think most of the time in this hand, the glimpse is going to be a cycle. Unless yeah. I think most of the time the glimpse is just a cycle, which means I should put it away. Carrion feeder. One copy of Ranger can't do much, but so I gamble for top decking. One copy of Carrion Ranger does a lot. Burst Lord Rangers wouldn't do anything. I would put that back for sure. But I think here, this actually does a decent amount. Like if I didn't draw this, if I drew an Elvish Visionary, like let's say, then I have a 4-mana hand with a Visionary. Like now I almost think I don't actually, I still think I Green Sun. But maybe then I'm going too mana heavy. I don't know. But like if this was a glimpse, then I just have a 0 creature draw with drawing this Cradle. So it still feels bad. The best start is still to go ahead and Green Sun for Dryad Arbor. Yeah, you like still have to do it with this hand. I think you can contemplate the idea of not doing this if you didn't have Ranger. Or if what we drew was a fetch land. Like if what we drew was a fetch land, I would just go fetch land pass and I would actually fetch for the Arbor. That way we can use the Green Sun to grab an Elvish Visionary and try and pull ourselves out that way. They discarded an Altar plus Hedron Crab. But I think that this opens us up to drawing like another Green Sun for Elvish Visionary type draw. I feel like it would be easier to find a creature. Yes. My like main question to that though is how often do you think the glimpse is drawing more than one card? If you don't have Carrion Ranger, is like that's like my key question. If you think it's only cycling, then it's not worth it, is what it comes down to. Because then you're better off putting it on the bottom and drawing Carrion Ranger, because I think it's an above average draw. But if you think it more often than not is drawing more than one card, then you should keep it. But also, if they have a Cabal Therapy, I think high percentage of the time they're naming Glimpse. But maybe not on your Multifor. So I think that's a good question too. A decent question here is am I supposed to play out my whole hand? I think the answer is yes. If I draw a Glimpse, this sucks, but it's more likely I draw something to use all my mana than a Glimpse, I think. Plus, I don't want their discard to be good. That was a really good draw. That's actually a really good draw. Until they have Force of Vigor. Yeah, I mean, if they have Force of Vigor, it sucks, obviously. I think we're scooping to that anyways, though, right? Like, we committed to bowling to 4 for Leyline, and they just probably didn't board it in. They probably just played the game of if they have it, they have it. Which I think is a fair game to play, to be honest. They also didn't see the Leyline in game 2. Even though it's really normal. Seems the opponent had worse hand. It looks like, well, they cast 2. Oh wait, they only cast 1 Careful Study. But they discarded Alter Crab, so I have a feeling if we didn't have Leyline, we were just dead. And they just didn't keep a hand that played around Leyline. But if we didn't mold this, I think no matter what hand we kept, we were just dead on turn 2 to like Alter plus Mill 4. I guess that's not necessarily true. We're probably dead on turn 3, but on a draw, we're not really winning on turn 2 often enough. Especially through like a Cabal Therapy type draw. If they mill over those. Alright, our opponent molded a 6. Our hand is straight Gasoline. Easy enough. Mold a 5. They might. Typically, if somebody molds a 5, I think it's something unfair. Which this hand's okay against. It's not bad, but it depends on what their Once Upon a Time hits. Would like a Gaia's Cradle, but if we don't hit a Cradle, it's not that the end of the world, to be honest. As long as we hit a 1-mana elf of some sort. But Cradle would be preferred to get this Shepherd activation to be pretty easy. Our opponent is still tanking on their mold of 5. They lost connection. They lost connection. I would like my opponent to come back. I mean, I would take the 4-1 off of a DC, but I would honestly just prefer to play. Alright, they're back. There we go. They exist now. Flood is trained. Oh, opponent. Oh, opponent. One day you will take a game action. They lost connection again? Alright. This is very riveting gameplay. Land AFK again? Yeah, they just keep DCing. Ugh. That yawn is very appropriate here, because this is very resident sleeper. Oh, you know what would be good to do here? Let me pull up your soul tie list, Ryan. There's an enter the God Eternals off screen on the sideboard. I think going bigger makes a lot of sense. Extinction event is obviously very good right now. I personally like I like going Optless. I think Optless is good in this format. I know Golduck has been saying otherwise, but I like going Optless and just having more high end in general. I think you can go without the consistency. But yeah, I don't know enough of the format to comment, but I think Opt is unnecessary to some degree. Oh, our opponent's back. We trying our league in the stream? Yeah, I'm gonna do one more league after this. I normally try to do 2 leagues a stream. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do one more league. I'm not gonna do 2 leagues though. I have some other stuff I have to do tonight. But yeah, yesterday was an exception to my 2 league rule. Alright. You're in our land, which isn't great, but go once upon a time. Our opponent is... Come on, opponent. I want to play the game. There we go. Alright, so the only card that's halfway decent is Outsource Shepherd, so I'm gonna take it. Everything else in that pile was pretty garbage. Gonna go get Dried Arbor. It's like the best thing you can do on turn 1 in the deck. So you basically always do it. Our opponent is taking game actions. Okay, they're playing some Bant deck. They're playing Enchantress and main deck Rest in Peace. It's kind of funky. I respect it. It's just a little funky. I'm just gonna play out my hand here. I'm not gonna bounce anything. I'll just draw. Can I cast that? I am actually able to cast the Crater Hoof. I don't know if it's correct, I just really want to do it. They were not dead on board. I just want to put that out there. Was it going to deal a lot of damage? Yes, but it actually wasn't going to kill them. It was actually only going to deal 16. But you know, I'm not going to complain about my opponent scooping. I don't know what they're playing. They played Bant colors with Rest in Peace. I would assume they're playing Helm, so I'm going to bring in the Assassin's Trophy and Abrupt Decay to kill the Rest in Peace. I'm going to bring in the Progenitus over the Hoof. And... yeah, I don't think I want Oof. And I don't think I care about, like, thought seizing them. I'm gonna keep in all 3 natural orders. I've been trying to keep in that process in. He can't help next turn anyways, yeah. I assumed that was what they're doing. I mean, don't actually know, but they have main deck rest in peace, so I think it's fair to assume. I'm actually gonna shave it Once Upon a Time. Honestly, maybe there should only be 2 Once Upon a Time in the deck. It hasn't been like a great draw, basically ever, for me. I know one of the Jessups, I think it was Andrew, he's playing 2 Once Upon a Time in 4 natural order, which like the 4 natural order actually kind of makes sense in a world where you have the Shepherds. He's on Energy Field Miracles. It's possible. On something crazy. This hand. I guess if I hit a land, it's good, right? You can go like turn 1 settle, nettle, turn 2 nettle arbor. It's not great. I think if one of the nettles was a heritage druid, I would keep it. But we're also on a draw, so the odds of us hitting a land is a lot higher. I'm gonna keep it. Like, even if we break off the Once Upon a Time, we still have the potential to play the game. It's just our opponent needs to not have Swords of Plowshares. I think this is on a riskier end of keeps, but I think it's fine. I'm not gonna Once Upon a Time, like right now, to play around Force Negation, because my hand's still playable if I don't hit a land, and if I draw a land, I don't want a Once Upon a Time for it. I'd rather try to hit a Guy's Cradle. So the random card off the top is more important than playing around Force. Or I could have also played around Daze by doing it in response to the fetch land, but they chose not to shuffle with their Ponder. Alright, let's see what this hits. Alright, we found a Bayou. And this Greenstone is a pretty good draw, because I'm definitely just gonna grab a Dried Arbor with it. There aren't very many hands you're not doing that with. And this is a hand I wanted to do it with still. Land go. I guess I should play around getting Sweepered. That's a very good draw, but I don't want to get Sweepered. If it happens, it happens. Maybe, I guess I could also not cast a Nettle, and they're still dead next turn. I think that's a good way to play around them having something, is to hold back the Nettle in the hand. Ponder Swords. glad our opponent is taking game actions. It's a nice change of pace from last game. Alright, there's a rest in peace. Green source. Ponder. Ponder after casting rest in peace. A little weird. I plan on just going for the kill. I don't see why not. They chose not to shuffle. Oh, well now I can, now it's pretty free. I can just green sun for the shepherd. I'm gonna play... I guess it's best for me to play Dryad here. And then cast Green Sun. Yeah. Not sure how much it matters. Probably 0. I guess I'll like slightly play around days. And they're dead. The classic, they were basically AFK for 15 minutes and they still lose. Oh well. It is what it is. We got the 4-1. Our opponent did a whole lot of nothing. They cast Rest in Peace and died both games. Take the little 4-1. Especially playing against, like, I think Hogak's a bad matchup, but Leyline swings it post forward, I think. So I'll take it.